What's going on, everybody? I am the Lone Wolf and welcome back to my channel. In this video we continue our in-game garage tour of Farming Simulator 19 with fertilization and crop protection. Do you want your crops to grow to their fullest potential? Well, you're probably going to need some of these implements. Over back in the back there, we've got sprayers, both 3-point and trailed. Right over here, we've got manure spreaders. These right here are dry box spreaders for fertilizer. These out here in the middle are weeders. And this entire row right here are all slurry spreaders. So what I'm going to do is my normal thing. I'm going to go into my garage and I'm going to sell my telehandler so then I can just drop out of the air like that. And why not? Let us start with the things in the row. We've got our slurry implements. We've got slurry tanks, slurry boxes, and of course the drills themselves if they are unattached. So here we've got our Garant coat or cot, or I have no idea how to say that. So if you go in here, it is the VE8000. It is $23,000 base price. It requires 63 kilowatts and 85 horsepower, 8,000 liter capacity, and obviously I don't think I have to tell you what it can hold. It can hold slurry and digestate. It is 9-meter wide working width, and it can work at a maximum speed of 10 miles per hour. Now, configurations are a little different. It starts out as brown, which is kind of ironic, but I just went to black because I like the color of that. And then you can also change the design. Main color does not actually change anything, so you can have it any color, but I just like the black. But I didn't even notice that blue looks amazing. That looks very, very cool. Yellow, not very well, but even though that would be very fitting for what it is spraying. Now, let's jet black design. You can either have white, which is standard, or color, which is adds $200. And now wheel setup, you can either have these nice, nice wheels like this, or you can have wide tires, which make it just look a little bit too bulky to me, but it adds $1,000 and making the maximum price for this $24,200. Now, can we find the model number for this? I don't know. Doesn't look like it has a model number on it, but yeah, that's the 8,000 liter tank. Now this is a very, very interesting tank, okay? It sprays the slurry out the back through here, but it has to be attached to a fitting drill. But it's like a box. It looks like it must be on air suspension or something, because right now it's fully on the ground, but the wheels must lift it up when you attach to it. But yeah, this is also a Garant brand. It is the FRC. So I'm thinking like a FR container. I don't know what FR means, but it is $25,000 base price. It requires 37 kilowatts and 80 horsepower, and it holds a whopping 55,000 liters of number 1. Yes, it can be used alongside the TSA 30,000, so I'm guessing that is a drill. Let me see. TSA 30,000. TSA 30,000. I have no idea. Oh, it's that right there. So that must just be attached right to the back of that. So, oh, yep, right there, right there. It attaches to the back of that. I see. So, this can hold all, like I said, slurry and digestate. Configurations are pretty similar to that of the 8,000 liter tank. You can either have change of main color, which actually changes the price. It adds 1,000. Main wheel setup adds either standard or wide tires, and you can see the difference. You've got main ones, which looks like Lizard branded tires, and then you've got like Michelin branded, which adds $1,200, making the maximum price for this $27,200. And you can see there is the brand plate for it, and right back there as well. Now, this is the big one. This is like a semi-trailer. You can actually attach this to a semi-trailer, even though it doesn't have a real kingpin on it. That's just kind of an odd kingpin. But yeah, this is the TSA 30,000. This is $72,000 base price. It requires 177 kilowatts and 240 horsepower, 30,000 liters it holds. Can be used along or attached to either a truck, like a semi truck, a tractor attached to a dolly, or the FRC, which is this one right here. I personally have never used this combination, so I don't know exactly how it works, but I'm thinking that it's kind of either attached or that the big one just fills this. So yeah, this also holds slurry and digestate. Now we move on to the bigger sprayers of slurry. See, these are just tanks. These are like storage. Now these are the actual slurry spreaders. These drill the slurry into the ground for fertilizer. So first we have the Joskin. This is a very nice one. This is the, what is it called? The Modulo 2. This is right here. Modulo 2, it is $62,500. 110 kilowatts and 150 horsepower are required to run it. 15,780 liter capacity. 12 meter wide drill. Or injectors. I should call it injectors, slurry injectors. 10 mile per hour max working speed and can hold slurry and digestate. And the injectors are these right here. These knife the slurry into the ground through the pump in the back. Hang on. Oh, gosh dang, I can't even jump up onto the tank itself. There we go. See these pumps right here? They pump those into all these little itty-bitty injectors, and that makes a very thorough and dense spreading of the slurry through the field. Now we move on to the Zunhammer, one of the very few brands in game that actually start with the letter Z. This is the Zunhammer Gultechnik. That's German or something, so I don't know how to pronounce that. This actually has 2 PTOs on the front. Look at that. That's different. Now, this is obviously right after the Modulo 2. This is the Zunhammer SKE 18.5 PUD. $65,000 base price. Oh, was there any extra configurations? Oh, sorry guys, I didn't even tell you about the wheel configurations. You can either have Trelleborg or Nokians on this. Nokians add $500, making the maximum price $63,000. So yeah, I apologize for not telling you about that. But the Zunhammer is $65,000. It requires 132 kilowatts and 180 horsepower. 18,500 liter capacity, 14.8 meter working width, 10 mile per hour max working speed. Can be used alongside the Zunidisc or Vacatros. The Catros, as you probably remember, is the disc. This one right here. And it's also a liquid manure spreader. It can attach to it. So in here, the configurations are just like the Joskin before it. Trelleborgs to Nokians. Nokians adds $500, making the maximum price for this $65,500. Now, this is the Zunidisc. This is a Zunhammer branded injector system, I guess you can call it. And this is attached alongside the Zunhammer SKE. This requires 74 additional kilowatts and 100 additional horsepower. It is 6.2 meters wide, 10 mile per hour max working speed, and just like it says, can be attached to the SKE 18.5 PUD. No extra configurations on this, so $28,000 is your total price. And that is this right here. So you can see that is the Zunhammer tank. This is where you hold it, and this pumping system right here will attach to this through the top, I believe, right there. That opening right there, and then all the slurry, yuck, will fly or will be flowing through here into all the injectors, into the disc system, and the disc and cage rollers on the back will turn the dirt over, making a much more thorough job. Now we move on to the Samson PG220. This is a pairing with this injector system right here, and as you can see, all the huge hoses on there. So let us go in and look at both of these together. We have the PG220. It is $93,000. This requires 147 kilowatts and 200 horsepower at the PTO, 20,000 liter capacity, 10 mile per hour max working speed. It can be used alongside the TD12, which is this, and the SD700, which is a sewer weight. Their only configurations are with wheels, just like the other tanks. You can either have Trelleborg standards or narrows for 750 extra, and Michelin's for no extra, and Nokian $750 narrow tires. So the maximum price for this is $93,750. Now, when you add the Samson TD12, this is a $10,000 injector system. This is 12 meters wide and can be used alongside the PG220, the PG225, which is that, and the PG235. So all of these are kind of in a big group. Okay, so this can be used alongside all three. This can be used alongside all three. So we might as well just look at all of them as we go. So this is the PG225. So this is, as you can already see, a much bigger one. This has tandem axle. This has triple axle. It's just got a longer tank on it, so let us look at this in the game. This is $142,000. 184 kilowatts and 250 horsepower are required. $25,000 or 25,000 liter capacity, 10 mile per hour max working speed, can be used alongside the TD12, which is this, and the Sewer SD700. Now, it does say the TD12, but the SD700 is that. Sorry, I did say the weight. That was a weight, but it is not. So this, and this can be used alongside both, or all three of these. So I'm confusing these so much. I'm really sorry about how much I'm literally massacring the description of these things. But no, configurations are just the same. Narrow tires for Nokians, which adds 1,000, making the maximum price $143,000. And just because I've confused this already, we've already looked at the small one, we've looked at the medium one, we might as well look at the large one before we look at the rest of the injector systems. This is the PG235, which is this one right here, much bigger. And this one is $185,000 base price. 257 kilowatts, 350 horsepower. This holds 34,500 liters, 10 mile per hour max working speed. Now this can be used alongside the TD12, the SD700, and the SBH436, which is the huge injector system to the right of this tank. Now, wheels are just the same as the other two. $1,000 extra for wheels, making this $186,000. Now, we'll look at the injector systems. This is the smaller injector system of the two remaining, and this is the huge injector system remaining of the two. Now, this is the SD700. Sorry, that was the reason why I got confused, because the SB700, the SB is a weight. The SD is a slurry system. So this is a whopping $53,000 injector system. This requires an additional 85 kilowatts and 115 horsepower. It is 7 meters wide, and it can go 10 mile per hour max working speed, and can be used alongside the PG220, 25, and 35. No extra configurations are available, but it looks a lot better because of all the silver it has. Now, this huge injector bar is this one right here. This is the SBH436. This is also 53,000, but it is 36 meters wide. Okay, 36 meters. You got to take that into consideration. This is 7 meters. The next one up is 36 meters wide. This can only be used alongside the PG235 because that is the only one that's powerful enough to be used alongside it. No extra configurations are available, but 10 mile per hour max working speed is the norm. That is what it looks like, and as you can see how it folds out like that. It is a huge injector system. Now we go on to our last slurry tank. Our entire video so far has been taken up by, number one. Now, this is the Vinhuis. I believe that is how you say it. This is the biggest slurry tank, and it has a huge injector bar attached to it. This is the Premium Integral 2. It is $165,000. It requires 177 kilowatts and 240 horsepower. Holds 30,000 liters, 30 meters wide, 10-mile-per-hour max working speed. Can be used alongside, is recommended for use alongside, yes, the SB 700. So that is the actual weight, not the SD 700 right here. Now, this can hold, just like all the other ones, slurry and digestate. Now this one is very awesome. This one I use all the time because it is a much better deal. It's only 165. That is 185. Plus you have to buy this slurry bar or injector bar. So that is all our slurry tanks. Let's move on to the other half of the natural fertilizer, manure spreaders. I hate manure. Okay. First we have the FarmTech manure spreader. Now, as you can probably see, it is very similar to that of the FarmTech TDK 1600. This FarmTech manure spreader is the FarmTech Superflex. I think it's supposed to be Superflex, but it could be Superflex 800. It is $27,500. Requires 47 kilowatts and 64 horsepower. 10,500 liters of crap. 9 meters wide, 12-mile-per-hour max working speed, and yes, of course, it can only hold manure. And since it is 1,700 hours already, I'm going to turn it down to real time because I don't want it to get dark on us. I mean, it's already kind of getting dark because I spent a lot of time getting this set up. So yeah, this is no extra configurations, but the manure spreader, unlike the slurry spreader, which has all the slurry inside, it goes through a pump and then it goes through the injector system. The manure is just thrown on top of the field and can be disked under for extra effectiveness. This just holds all the crap and is once this grate is opened here, it just lifts up. It goes, the conveyor belt is run by this PTO up here. It runs the belt in the box here, and then it kicks it through these I guess not cylinders, but just like spirals. They just kick the manure out into the field, fertilizing it. Now we move on to the Samson SP17. This is the Samson manure spreader. This is the SP1417. It is $43,000. It requires 103 kilowatts and 140 horsepower. 16,900 liters of crap. 12 meters wide, 12-mile-per-hour max working speed. No, the only configurations that are available are either the SP14 or the SP17, which just adds a little bit extra configuration, going from 13,600 to 16,900, making the maximum price for this $52,500. Now, this one is just pretty much the same exact thing. It just has the big belt system in here, and it looks like it's chain-driven belts in here. And then it just goes out through the two big kickers. Now, you got to think, this thing is running extremely fast, okay? So when those are spinning, they're spinning and spinning and spinning, and the manure is being thrown through those spinners by the PTO running the belts inside the box. That makes the spread of the manure so wide spreaded. Get it? Now, this is the Kuhn Knight. The knight in shining crap, literally. This is the SLC 141. It is $54,800. It requires 132 kilowatts and 180 horsepower. It holds 15,520 liters. It is 10 meters wide, so actually a little bit less than the Samson. 12-mile-per-hour max working speed, though. The only configurations are wheels. You have either Trelleborg standards or Trelleborg wides for 1,400. Michelin standards for 3,800 or Michelin wides for 4,950 and back to Trelleborg. So with the maximum price of the wheels on Michelin wides, it is $59,750. Now we move on to the big Samson. This is the big Samson. This is the Flex 23. This is $85,000 base price. 132 kilowatts, 180 horsepower, 22,900 liters, 24-meter working width. So actually a very wide working width. No extra configurations, but it's got offset sized wheels. So I don't really like that about that. So $85,000 is the price you're going to pay. This has got a very long chain-driven belt, and it's got the two big kickers in the back. Now we've got the Stroutman. The first trailer we looked at was a Stroutman. That little itty bitty trailer right at the start. That one right there, the SEK 802. But the Stroutman manure spreader is a lot bigger. This is the PS 3401. It is $99,500. 162 kilowatts, 220 horsepower, 32,000 liters, 24 meter working width, and 12 mile per hour max working speed, and is recommended for use with the SB700 weight. Now, as you can see, they're both 20 meters wide. The only reason I think you would buy the Stroutman is if you want to hold more, or if you get more slurry or manure production from your cattle. Now we move on to weeders. We're going to finish with manufactured fertilizer later. Now, these are weeders. These are little harrows that are placed very lightly into the ground, or these rollers are placed on the ground, and before the crops come up, or before the crops are too big and they get ripped out themselves, these weeders will pick out weeds very efficiently. Now, if the crops get too big, we will have to use the sprayers over there, but we'll show you those later. This is the Einbach. These both are Einbach branded. We can look at those together. We've got the small Pneumatistar 900 and the Aerostar Rotation 1200. The Pneumatistar is $18,000, requires 59 kilowatts and 80 horsepower, holds 300 liters of either grass, canola, or oilseed radish, 9 meter working width, 7 mile per hour max working speed, and is recommended for use with the AGCO 650 weight, just because of the scale of how small of a tractor you would be able to use with this. Now, there is no extra configurations on this, so we move on to the Aerostar Rotation 1200. This is $35,000 base price. This is 70 kilowatts, 95 horsepower, 12 meter working width, and also is recommended for use with the AGCO 650 weight because of, once again, the scale of tractor size that you'd use with this, because of the fact that 95 horsepower is below all the base game tractors, so some of those can be popping wheelies when this is folded up and above the ground. Now we move on to the huge. This thing is absolutely massive. This is a huge harrow. This is kind of just like a big comb. It combs the ground and picks out any crap that you don't want in the ground. Any weeds, any small trees or bushes or crap like that. Let's walk through this very dangerous path. Yeah. So this, I don't even remember the brand. What is it even called? This is the Trefler. Okay. This is the TS 1520 M3. It is $45,000. So technically, this thing is way worth the money. Okay. What would you rather do? Pay $35,000 for this for 12 meters, or pay only $10,000 more for 3.2 meters more? It is I think personally it is a lot more efficient of price. It requires 88 kilowatts and 120 horsepower with no extra configurations. But yeah, for some reason, when this is unfolded, probably just because of the size of each little thing, because that is one bar right there, probably just the size of it makes it look so much smaller compared to this big bar right here. So that has been weeders. Now we'll move on to manufactured solid fertilizer. This is the Kuhn Axis. This is a 3-point dry box spreader. Has a cover on it and everything. This is one of my favorites. When I start on a small farm, this is the spreader that I use almost all the time. This can be found in fertilizer technology. It is the Axis 40.2 MEMCW, $20,000 base price, 3,200 liter capacity, 24 meter working width, 12 mile per hour max working speed, and it is recommended for use with the 1,000, sorry, SB 1000 weight. I'm getting way ahead of myself. I apologize for that. Just because how small this is, that's once again, the weight is recommended for the scale of tractor that you'd be using. Because if you're going to be, this is going to be used alongside like the T5 New Holland. And I know that when this thing is full, it pops wheelies when it is full on that tractor. So just use that weight and you will not have to worry about popping wheelies. And you can run this with perfect efficiency. Now, no extra configurations are available, so let's move on to both of these. These are the Bredal Trailed Dry Box Spreaders. I will look at both of these at the same exact time. Hang on a second. My throat was getting dry. I needed a drink of Dr. Pepper. So, These are the Bredal. This is a small dry box spreader. This is the large dry box spreader. You can see the differences. One axle, two axles, bigger tank and or smaller tank and bigger tank. So we'll just look at both of these at the same time, just because they're so dang similar. The small one is the Bredal K105 dry box spreader. It is $39,000 base price. Now the big one is the K165, which is $67,000 base price. The small holds 14,000 liter base, I guess. 12 mile per hour max working speed, is 12 meters wide, is recommended for use with the AGCO 1100 weight, and this, unlike the Kuhn Axis, can spread both solid fertilizer and lime. With configurations, however, extensions can either be small or large. With spreader system can either be their standard discs or your 6-meter spreading unit, which you can see the difference. It's a huge unit for $8,000 extra dollars. Wheel setups can either be standard or narrow. Now, the extension, you may think, okay, it's got a bigger extension, so the bigger extension configurations are going to be more. But it's actually different. The extension, the small, is $250, but when you have to add the cover, it adds $750. Where when you have the big with the cover itself, that adds only $750. So this is actually $250 more, making the maximum price for this dry box spreader $48,500. Now, the big dry box spreader for K165 holds 18,950 liters base, 12 mile per hour max working speed, 12 meter working width, AGCO 1100 weight, and can hold solid fertilizer and lime. Now, I didn't actually show you this in the other one. I'm just going to show you in this. The extension adds quite a bit. It goes from 15,600 to 18,950. Spreading system makes it go from 12 to 18 meters. Now, the other thing is just the wide tire change from standard, making the maximum price after the $1,000 extension, $8,000 spreading unit, and the $2,000 wide tires makes the maximum price for this $78,000. So we have actually, after spending so much time on the slurry spreaders, we have absolutely flown through the manure, weeder, and fertilizer. So let's go to the sprayers. Sprayers are one of my favorite things because they can do both fertilizing your ground and protecting your ground from weeds. This is a pairing. This is a package deal, mostly. I guess if you want to, you can buy this by itself, but it is recommended for use with this ad tank right here. We will look at this one first. This is the PF1500 from Kuhn. We will look at this and the Kuhn Deltis 2, both at the same time. This can be found in the second row, 6th column over, in crop protection. The PF 1500 is $8,000, holds 1,500 liters, can be used alongside the Deltis 1302, can hold solid liquid fertilizer and herbicide. Now, the Deltis 1302 MTA3 is $30,000. 1,300 liter capacity, even though it's 1,302, that is perfectly fine. Whatever. It is 21 meter boom, 7 mile per hour max working speed. PF 1500 is obviously the ad tank that works with it and only works with it. An SB 1000 weight is recommended if you're not using the ad tank. Now, there are no extra configurations on this at all. So the maximum price for this is $38,000 for 2,800 liter capacity. So think about that, 38,000 for 28,000. So you're paying pretty much 10,000 more than the, or sorry, 1,000 more for the price of that. So 38,000 to 2,800. Sorry, I got that wrong. See, once again, I'm getting way too ahead of myself. I really apologize. I'll try and slow down since we're getting close to the end of the video. I'll try and go through this nice and smooth. Next, we have the Hardy Mega. This is my favorite of all of them. This is the Hardy Mega 2200. It's a 3-point Hardy sprayer. It is $35,000, holds 2,200 liters, 24 meter working width compared to 21 of the Kuhn, 7 mile per hour max working speed, and is recommended for use with the AGCO 1500 weight. No extra configurations are available, so $35,000 is the total price. My favorite part of this is when you fill this with fertilizer, the gauge actually goes up. At least it does on my game. I know I played on a farming simulator PC. I was playing at only like 4 frames per second, but on PC I wasn't seeing the gauge go up on this, so that was kind of odd. But whatever. Let's move on to the Kuhn Metris 4102. This is the trailed version of that thing right there. This is $84,000 base price or total price, 4,380 liter capacity, 36 meter boom, 7 mile per hour max working speed, and just like all three so far, can hold liquid fertilizer and herbicide. Now we move on to our last implement of the day. This is the Hardy Navigator 6000. This is one of my favorite, I guess, implements in the game. I just love the look of it. It is $115,000. So I don't like the look of that price, but I do like the look of the implement itself. It holds 6,000 liters. It has a 36 meter width, so it's the same as the Metris, but it just holds more, and it can obviously hold liquid fertilizer and herbicide. So, just like I said at the start, if you want to optimize the efficiency of growing your crops, you will probably either want to do naturally, the slurry, and the manure, or you can use manufactured if you don't have animals with solid fertilizer and liquid fertilizer. And if you have weed problems, use the weeders and the sprayers with herbicide. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, this instance of the Farming Simulator 19 in-game garage tour. Also, before I let you guys get back to your life, I want to tell you guys, if you would, please, I have started a new set of videos for Sniper Elite 4. I am doing pretty much the same exact thing on that game as I am on doing on this game. In this game, I'm showing you all the in-game implements, vehicles, pallets, bales, and sheds, and houses, and all the placeables. In Sniper Elite 4, I am showing all the in-game and DLC weapons, and I'm going to probably be making a series on Sniper Elite 4 once I get through all the weapons, just like I'm going to be doing on Farming Simulator once I get through all the implements and buildings. Now, speaking of my series for Farming Simulator, I have found my map. So don't worry about commenting anymore if you haven't, because of the fact I am starting on a special map that I just downloaded that is not going to be on ModHub anymore, because I have it, but for some reason, like a day after, it was removed from ModHub. So it is called Bucks County, Pennsylvania. So that is going to be what map we're going to be using on our series. Thank you guys very much for watching. In this video, we have looked at sprayers, manure spreaders, dry box spreaders, weeders, and slurry technology. If you like this video, please smash that like button. If you want to see more of these kind of videos, please hit that subscribe button. I am at 16 subscribers. My month goal was to get to 15. My end of year goal is to get to 20 or 25. 25, quarter of 100 would be great. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have been the Lone Wolf, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. See you guys. See ya, guys. I just really wanted to have this little add-on at the end of my video. I know I've already kind of said goodbye to everybody, but before you click off this video, I really can't tell you how much I appreciate all the support that I have gotten from all my subscribers and all my viewers. I mean, I started this channel in August. So that's like 4 months ago, okay? And already I have more than one view for every day of a year. I have like 375 views, cumulative views, and I have 16 subscribers right now. Please hit that subscribe button. Imagine that it is a terrible monster. It has one more hit for it to be knocked out. Please be the hero and hit that subscribe button, and please push me to 25 end of year subscribers. I would really appreciate that. Now, a lot of people have told me, a lot of people have told other YouTubers, it's just a number thing. We don't really have to subscribe for you to get support. I the reason why all YouTubers say please hit that subscribe button is because it's kind of like a will to keep going. When they see, oh my gosh, a lot more people are wanting to see my content. So say you are a brand new YouTuber, kind of like me. I'm kind of getting broken into my channel, but um, say that I have 5 subscribers. I'm like, okay, there's 5 people who kind of want to see my content, but then what if I have 50 subscribers? That makes me feel a lot better and makes me want to be more efficient in making my videos. Because, see, right now, I'm only at 16 subscribers, so I'm kind of just like, when my video hits 5 views, then I'll make another one. Where eventually, once I get to like 100 subscribers or 200 subscribers or whatever, or hopefully, God willing, I get up to like the big ones, like 100,000 subscribers or whatever. But when I get up to that point, I'll be wanting to make a video like every other day because with my job, I can't really make one every single day. But if I wanted to, I could. And I mean, I guess if I was able to, I could. But it's a will to keep going. Views make you say, okay, people have watched my video. Likes have make it so that people are like, okay, people enjoy my content, but that's subscriber. It's a free thing to do. It doesn't cost you anything to hit that subscribe button. But when you hit the subscribe button and you push all notifications, or even if you don't, even if you just subscribe, the number will go up on the creator's channel page, and it will say from like 15 to 16. Every time one person hits it, it goes up by 1, and they're like, wow, more people want to see my content. I want to be more efficient in making my videos so they are happy. Because good content makes the viewer happy, and happy viewers makes the creator happy. Thank you guys for watching this little end portion of this video. It's just something that I wanted to describe to you guys. It's just a little bit of something that shows what views mean, what likes mean, what subscribers mean. Thank you very much. I've been the Lone Wolf, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.